Hey, mahali niko, I'm just undoing my hair and I'm just reminiscing and thinking, hey, this toddler journey has been quite a while. But let me ask you, according to your studies, when does your child qualify to be a toddler? All right, so story time. Yeah! This is a story about the day that tried me. This is the day when I said, not today, Satan. And Satan said, I have permission. It's today. Woo! All right, so I woke up exhausted. I woke up around 5:30 in the morning and I wasn't ready for the day. When my feet hit the ground, the next thing that happened is I fell to the ground. Sometimes I wake up like a drunkard. It's like I've been having a whole night of drinking, but no, it wasn't drinking. The reason is it was one of those times. My daughter was still breastfeeding at the time. So, of course, I have constant night feeds and it cannot stop. And then I call sleep and I want to. So I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining. Anywho's, I wake up around 5:30. I have a Noah's Ark situation in my house. I have 2 chickens. I have 2 rabbits. I have 2 dogs. And I love them all. And I have to feed them all. And you might be wondering, Lincoln, you don't have help. And I do have help. But we have somebody who comes in daily to help us with the animals. He was off because I think it was a Sunday, I guess. And then also my help was off. So it was, things have to continue happening. You cannot die at Yama Vitu Zikaye stalling, waiting for the people to who help you to come back. No, we can do that. So I go out, get that sorted out. And then, of course, my back is feeling like it aged for another 20 years overnight. But duty calls, right? So I go get them fed. And then I think, maybe I have a few minutes to prepare mentally for the day. So I want to go to the kitchen, make my tiny CEO breakfast, and then go to the bedroom, as I always like to. And I'll be like, hi, good morning. Please wake up, blah, blah, blah. But no. The second I walk into the house, I open the door, I walk into the house, there she is in her sleep suit, looking all fancy and cute. She has this nice little rabbit Staffy that we love so much in the house, and she's just looking at me and smiling. And I'm just forcing a smile because I would have wished she slept in for a little longer. But then who am I to decide? So here, there she is. I go into the kitchen, I put her in my ngongo, or the back, as we call it in my African context, where I come from. Every other African mother knows how to put the baby in the back so that you can go into the kitchen and work. I go into the kitchen, I prepare her breakfast. My daughter is crazy. I don't know what to prepare her. I don't know whether to give her porridge. Most of the times, by that time, I would be giving her, I'd be making porridge and end up drinking it by myself. And I was like, what's the point? So I decided, I'm just going to do eggs and avocado today, put it on a high chair, get her seated. And I'm like, see, I go to the kitchen, get a cup of tea. I'll come sit beside her because that age, the toddler age, you don't exactly leave them to eat by themselves because there's a lot of mess that could happen. Anytime food could be on the floor, blah, blah, blah. Or she just doesn't want to eat what you've offered her. So you kind of have to be very careful. I step into the kitchen. It literally took like a minute. By the time I'm back, obviously, the food is already on the floor. It's like, I'm even wondering, what do you want to eat, young girl? What do you want to eat? And then that was the day when we had to get a lot of supplies restocked for the house because, it's a house with a child. So I have to go get some supplies. And I'm thinking, if you have a toddler, Ebu tell me if you do this kind of mathematics, if you have a toddler, you know that there is a wake window between when she woke up and when she's going to have her nap. Now, at the time, my daughter had already dropped all her naps, so she was just down to 1 nap a day. It would range anywhere from 1.5 hours to 2 hours, or maybe 2.5 hours, depending on the activities that we had during that day. So I want to try and capture her before she has her nap. But I also want to occupy her well enough so that when she does have her nap, it's a quality kind of nap, like she's tired and whatever. So I'm thinking 10:30 a.m., let's go outside. Let's run some errands. We have to go and do some restocking. And I'm thinking this is a good time. So I get her ready. I get her prepared. I was already prepared. Tumetoka nje. And then I go and ignite the car. I'm like, no. I said no today. And I'm thinking this must be a mistake. So maybe take 2. Yani, I am now in utter shock and disbelief. And I'm thinking this day has to go well. So you're trying your car again, nothing, and you're still trying to make a prayer, telling God, please, it cannot be today. And I remember I've already put my baby in the car seat. She's already in the car. The dogs are mefungua kila kitu. Everything is in order. And there I am, and the car is not starting. So I call the mechanic. Hello? And I'm thinking, hey, my car like this. Give me that 30 minutes, I'll be there. Like, mechanics. 30 minutes, I'll be there. Anyway, I get my baby back into the house, and I'm thinking, let's just try and do whatever. So I'm starting to occupy my baby. Remember, I hadn't, psychologically, my mind was tutakuwa nje. So now we are in the house. Okay, fine. I try to do whatever it is. We try to do this activity, that activity, blah, blah, blah. We already dressed. She's asking me when are we going to go. And I'm thinking, when is this mechanic going to come? Eventually, he comes in. Almost 2 hours later, he comes. Anafunganisha bonnet, blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, kabireta, oh, agashia. I'm like, what are these words you're talking about? They sound like the end of the world. You just do what you need to do. And then you let me know when I can use the vehicle. 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. is when the car is ready. And he comes and tells me, please make sure you do not switch off the engine. Because if you switch off the engine, tutarudi back to square one. So just go to town, run whatever errands you're running. And then once you're back to the compound is when maybe you can switch off the car. Hey, yo. Umeisikia masharti kama hayo. Okay, fine. I'll admit it was a dump of a car. Fine, it's okay. It had seen better days. It had done a lot of work. It had served me for a good number of years. Thank you very much. But that's the kind of car I had that time. And bado ilikuwa inafanya kazi also, I thought. So 4:30 p.m. we do it again. Go back into the vehicle. So I remember we are not even switching off the ignition. And my mind is racing because it's 4:30 p.m. My daughter will be asleep by around 8:30 p.m. latest. I do not want to keep her too long outside. So I'm thinking, I think we should get out and go run those errands. Alafu, I will feed her while we are outside. So as I am out, like I think I had driven for like 1 minute. And I remember I do not have my phone. What? Anyways, I'm like, okay, fine. Listen, can I first feed my daughter for a while? I can feed the baby for a while. And then I'll go back home, get the phone, and then we can go back to town. Whew. I go to the back seat and I get the food. Let me tell you. The demonic activity that happened between me leaving the back seat to the front seat, I can never explain. But by the time I got to the front seat, the food had poured onto the ground, all of it. Like the dish decided not to even fall on the side, but a total overturn. You tell me I'm not going to scream in town. I'll just sit it. I'm like in awe. And I let out a bit of a scream. So my daughter is startled. She's like, what just happened? And then I see 2 dogs coming towards me and they are ready to take the food. Anyways, sir. I go back into the car, drove back, took my phone, went into the house, gave the house a little bit of a scream, took my phone, and then we came back out. So I got the food later. Of course, I went and got more food. And then I took my baby out. So we went, she fed, she was okay. Now she's bubbly, all right? So we have to go run errand number 1 to Kengia kwa supermarket. And then she starts seeing stuff that she wants that I can't afford for her that particular day. And the next thing I know, my daughter is all over the floor.